And we're back. We actually forgot to predict anything.
That's right. It was like the biggest cliffhanger. It was like worse.
Oops. We didn't predict anything.
I mean, this is like worse than like, at the very end of a movie, you hand a lightsaber to Luke Skywalker and in the next movie he just throws it over his shoulder. It's worse than that.
Okay, so let's get to the predictions really quick. All right. Justin, Arcade 1-Up. What are your predictions?
Okay, so come on. Burger Time's happening. We already know that. It's going to be basically they're going to convert for people that don't know, it's the Karate Champ cabinet is no more. It's the Burger Time cabinet, but Karate Champ will be a secondary title.
Yeah.
That's going to be revealed. Now, what's interesting, it'll be the first time that we actually see it. We've seen pictures of it. We've seen some Photoshop mock-ups of it, but we're going to be able to play it and really play the Burger Time title.
Yeah, the cauliflower cab.
That's right. So the next one is NBA Jam. It's been teased for so long. I'm still not going to say it's confirmed, but I am predicting, and almost everyone on the internet is predicting, that NBA Jam will actually come.
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to comment on your things because we're actually in alignment here. Obviously, Burger Time, because we already know that's pretty much like out in the open. So, and by the way, the chef hat looks like a piece of cauliflower, but that's besides the point.
Right.
And then you got NBA Jam. I totally agree. I think that's the one thing. The only caveat to NBA Jam is I think it's definitely 100% going to be there. The question is, did they get the licenses for the actual players as they existed in the regular NBA Jam original or tournament edition, or is it just the likeness of the players?
Yeah, that's a good question. And really, when you get down to it, let's talk about TMNT just for a second. TMNT, they changed the music, but they did clarify, Arcade 1-Up didn't change the music. They reach out to the IP owner and they provide them a ROM, and the ROM is what they get. These IP owners that have the content, they already have most of them have a modern version that they can resell on Switch or something like that, some modern consoles, and they give them a variant of that will run on their hardware. So I don't want to blame Arcade 1-Up for any of this. If for some reason NBA Jam does come out, but it doesn't have the original players, that's not their fault. But they did say in a tweet, someone asked that question months ago and said, if you guys do NBA Jam, they said we only need to get the permission from the NBA Association.
Okay. So maybe that'll be easier.
All that. Yeah. All right. So it doesn't sound like they actually have to get Michael Jordan's permission.
Okay.
Charles Barkley's
we got to stay. I said 10 minutes because the follow-up's 10 minutes. So Justin, next you got. So far, for those of you who just joined, we forgot our predictions in the original video. So Number one is Burger Time, which we already knew. The second one's NBA Jam. Our only debate is it going to be original players or just the likeness? But we think they're going to maybe pull that off. What's your third one?
Right. I think they're going to do Street Fighter again. That's my prediction, that they're going to create a new version of Street Fighter, because we haven't seen, we saw like a Mortal Kombat B model, or like an upgraded model. We've seen Pac-Man with a new model with more games on it, lit marquee. I think we're going to see Street Fighter. I think they still hold on to that title. It's going to be more like Star Wars, where it has the look and feel of the original Street Fighter. Now think about it. If they re-release Street Fighter with the original look and feel of the Street Fighter cabinet shaped like it, they'll sell tons.
I think so too. And the control panel, and imagine if they make I don't know if they'd be able to do that. That'd be really cool though. If the control panel looked exactly like the control panel, that would be a deviation of what they did. But they changed the control panel for Star Wars. It's a different kind of design, so maybe they'll do that.
Could be a limited edition, and it'll probably, if it is a limited edition, it'll probably be Sanwa buttons, just like the Marvel. Basically, they can recycle that same concept. But with Street Fighter, what would be really cool is if they added more games. Instead of it just being the 3, maybe they threw in some other Street Fighters as well. Maybe what would be really awesome is kind of like the 12-in-1 release of Street Fighter, if they do like a full-size cabinet that includes, Final Fight, and some of those
Justin,
other titles.
We're at 5 minutes and 23 seconds. So you got what else? That's it? You think that's all that they're gonna do? Okay, well, all right, then I'm gonna do my main prediction. My main prediction is that, and this has been teased, but I do truly think they're gonna do it at E3 or CES. Sorry, I think you'll see an arcade 1-up pinball machine that has a larger screen than the Toy Shock. I think it's going to have active backglass, so it's going to have a backglass monitor that...
Like what?
What?
Toy what?
Shark?
Oh, there you go. Got it.
Did I say Shock? So I think it'll have... Yeah, I think it'll have a bigger screen. And these are things John D teased, but I think because he teased it, that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to do a 32-inch screen instead of a 24. I think you're going to have an active backglass screen, which I think will probably be a 17-inch screen, and they may recycle some of the BOE stuff or something, which is in the newer cabinets. They look great, so why not? And I think they can get that at a good price. And the DMD won't be a separate screen. It'll be an integrated, it'll be like a software DMD as part, which is great. Those look good. Yep. So it'll be 2 screens instead of 3 screens, but that's great. I don't think you'll see the feedback mechanisms. They've said that. I don't think you're going to see that. I think that's too expensive. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. The one thing I don't know how to predict the title because I'm just not so sure what they could do. But if I had to throw one out there that would be like a huge, if they wanted to just do a huge like we're here to stay, right? Like we're the gorilla, like don't mess with us. It would be drop a Star Wars pinball, and it would literally like you could probably you could hear the pin drop over at the toy shark. They'd be toy shocked. They'd be like, what? They lose their mind. So they'd get toy shocked. So anyways, I would actually love that. That'd be kind of cool. It's kind of some like a little bit of rivalry going on. That's always fun. A little bit, get some drama in the retro gaming community. So we'll see. I think that'll be super fun. But that's my biggest prediction. And then someone said Simpsons. I'm on the fence whether I think they'll do Simpsons, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna for some reason. I'm gonna say no on Simpsons for at least this, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say.
My thing with Simpsons is what do they pair it with? If they pair it with another great Konami title, like if you did like a Simpsons Sunset Riders cab, but Simpsons was the artwork, that could be kind of cool because Sunset Riders is a really awesome side-scrolling game. I mean, it's in my opinion, Sunset Riders is a better game than The Simpsons. The Simpsons just has more nostalgic value to a lot of people.
And they could do that because the TMNT was just 2 games, right? So it's a 4-controller. And like we talked about before, they're probably going to do another 4-player cabinet in 2020 because I keep dropping that idea that they kept on calling TMNT their first, right? So, but their second's probably going to be NBA Jam. But the question is, are they going to announce NBA Jam and a Simpsons cabinet? Both are 4-player on the same at CES, or are they going to be like, okay, you're going to get TMNT, you're going to get NBA Jam at CES, and we're going to save Simpsons for like E3.
Maybe. So I think they'll go. I think that'll be because they don't want to blow it all at CES. I don't think you're going to see them give out everything at CES because I think you're going to do the double hit this year. You're going to go CES, get people super pumped for the next couple quarters. Or next quarter and a half or so, then you're going to see they got to go big at E3. I think they're going to go huge at E3. I think CES will be interesting and they'll have they'll do a splash at CES, but I think they're going to go huge at E3.
Yeah. Now I think at CES, because it's an electronic show and and John D teased about coming out with some electronic devices.
Oh, I think I missed Justin, 30. If we're going to keep it, you got 30 seconds.
Okay. I think they're going to do lit marquees. Like they're going to say, boom, $50 lit marquees.
Lit marquee upgrades. I like
that. That's the electronic device that they're going to come out with.
All right, guys, that was it. Hold on, I'm going to play us out. I can't play us out. My music's not playing. There we go. Okay. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out again. Sorry we went through that whole show. We didn't have the predictions, but we did it in this one. So if you're watching this one and you want to know what we talked about for about an hour and 15 minutes before this, go catch the first one. It was
still a great conversation.
It was still great. It's just we didn't actually get to the point, but this is, anyways, whatever.
This is
Thanks for joining. We really appreciate it. We will be at CES in about 2 weeks or so we will be there with all the coverage that you need, and we plan on live streaming every night. Recap of the show. So you'll be able to see what we saw, what we thought is interesting, and what we decided to share with you guys. We're also going to take your feedback. So if there's things you want to see or places you want us to go, let us know, and we'll try to do that while we're there. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining, and we will see you on the next one.